Hello, my friends. Greetings to everybody. I hope that you are doing well. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about parenting in this unprecedented and turbulent time when we as a parent are challenged basically every day to prove our parenting and be a good role model to our children. So I want to share with you 5 things that, in my opinion, smart parents don't ever do. Parenting forces us to confront challenges that we have never imagined. That's true. And we thought that we were patient until our patience is tested to the limit. We also thought that we had the answers until we are left to too many questions. But how do we actually discipline effectively? How do we maintain open lines of communication when we live today in a world that is so much disconnected? How do we keep best peace within ourselves, within our homes, within our families? I believe that nowadays parents have a lot to contemplate, indeed. So, in my opinion, what the smart parents should not do, the rule number 1, smart parents don't communicate while looking down. Look around. Whether you are at the restaurants, at home, or on a sidewalk pushing a baby stroller, most parents, unfortunately, are looking constantly on their devices. This is incredible. And so what happens is that our children are growing up thinking that this is something normal, that this is a normal way of communication. And it's not. It's abnormal, I'm telling you. So as a consequence of this, our children are losing out on social skills. They are not able to communicate properly. They cannot verbalize what do they want, what does it bother them. Just have a look at teenagers today. What they are doing while at home, if at home. They are sitting on a sofa and scrolling on a computer, or checking their text messages, or checking out Instagram or whatever on social networks. So beside occasional comments they give us about what did they read, what did they see, blah blah blah, actually nobody's talking, there is no communication. So what I'm saying is that children are missing the opportunity to have a proper conversation, face-to-face, eye-to-eye contact, and to connect with the parents face-to-face. Rule number 2, that smart parents don't lose control. We make the mistakes of disciplining out of emotion. This is one of the really difficult, of the big error that parents do. And before we know it, words come out of our mouth. We say things, and bad things maybe, that we did not mean, and we can hurt our children, and we remain hurt as well. We can say to our children, oh, stop, are you crazy? Don't act so immature, you are not a baby, blah, blah, blah. And such a statement certainly do not help parents when they are trying to confront with one or several challenges. And shaming children, saying, oh, are you crazy? Don't be crazy. Are you an idiot? So shaming children into listening is not the way children learn to respect their parents. You have to know that. The same goes, of course, for screaming, from yelling, and using inappropriate language at home. Such a parent's narrative only causes anger, resentment, and pain, such as that we as a parents and children feel bad, and it definitely affects our overall health. So remember that the criticism is not discipline. Smart parents also know that our goal as a parents is to teach and inspire self-control, and that we need to model and live the behavior that we hope to instill in our children. Rule number 3, smart parents don't parent against his or her partner or spouse. One of the most vital foundations of effective parenting is the basic rule of parenting with one single voice. So when a father says one thing and the mother has a different, contradictory rule, the result is confused child who listens to neither of the parents. After all, the two of you can't listen to each other, so why your child should listen to you? And as a consequence, it becomes basically the ground zero of respect vis-a-vis your child. So when a parent says, don't tell your mother that I said that you can buy this or that, or that you can watch this movie, or that you can play that you can play video games, or the other way around. Be sure that you don't tell to your father that we spent too much money, that I bought you this or that or whatever. Be sure that the seeds of alienation are already planted. So, rule number 3, smart parents don't parent against their spouse. Never, ever. Smart parents know that they need to show a unified front, and when or if they disagree between each other, they can sit and speak privately to resolve their differences, and so that they don't discuss in front of children, and that when it comes to bringing an important decision, they have one parenting voice. Rule number 4 that smart parents don't do is they don't make excuses for bad behavior. It's easy to look away at the poor character traits by making excuses. Yes, parents are pressed for time, stressed out, and dealing with all sorts of challenges, financial, emotional, family responsibilities, and so on and so forth. So we say things like, oh, he or she is having a bad day, or she's tired. So we allow disrespect, entitlement, lying, and meanness. But this behavior will not go away on its own, because children need to know their boundaries. We have to be able to draw the boundaries. And also, children need to learn natural consequences for their behavior. They must see the ramification of their actions. So learning to apologize, deal with their mistakes, and clean up their mess will learn your children to become a man, to become a mensch. So we cannot do these things for them and expect their character to develop. Smart parents therefore know that there are times that children will disappoint us. Children will act out or do some bad things, but it doesn't mean that the child is bad, but it does mean that there is a bad behavior to confront. That's true. So instead of rationalizing, a smart parent think about the best way to help a child to grow normally. So these become actually opportunities to develop your child soul. So don't make excuses for bad behavior of your children. Confront them with the bad behavior, with the results of their actions, so that they learn lesson for life. Rule number 5, smart parents don't do, is they don't forget their goal. So parents should ask frequently themselves, what is my goal as a parent? What do I want for my children? So, for example, when I ask my clients this question, what is your goal as a parent, and what do you want actually for your children? One of the most frequent answer I get from parents is that they tell me, well, I just want to, for my children to be happy. If my daughter is happy, I'm happy too. And guess what? This is very much wrong answer, because my goal as a parent is not to make my children happy. I repeat, my goal as a parent is not to make my daughter or son happy, because that's not real life. My mission is to give to my daughter or to my son, to my children, tools for happiness, toolbox for happiness, because every child needs to know how to deal with various of challenges and disappointments and failure they will inevitably have throughout their life. So if I'm constantly shielding my child, she or he will never be able to confront the challenge and to stand on his own or her own. So even the slightest frustration will bring to them anxiety, frustration, and feeling of being overwhelmed. So, my friends, what I'm telling you, that parenting love is not bubble wrapping your child, nor stepping in so that a child doesn't taste defeat. love parenting is not buying branded pair of shoes or trousers or any piece of clothing or the latest gadget and checking off his or her wish list until the next thing is desired by your daughter. This is not love. Love is giving your child the security of knowing that no matter what, your child, your daughter or son are cherished and valued, despite the failures and the mistakes they do. Okay? So, smart parents know that the love means that we give our child wings to fly. And when your daughter or your son falls, we still love him, we still love her. But allow him, allow her to wipe off the dust, stand up, and keep on walking. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching me on my YouTube channel. I'm Amira, and let's keep in touch.